Everybody from Tbilisi in Georgia. My name is Christianne and this is my channel Backpacking Bananas, and I have recently just started a brand new backpacking trip around the country of Georgia. For the past few days I've been staying in the Envoy Hostel in Tbilisi, just doing a little bit of exploring, and now with my plan with the whole country here, let's just say I didn't have a plan. I had done some research, but I didn't know what order I was going to be doing things in. I kind of just wanted to meet people and see how things went. Now, one of the things that I did have on my bucket list was to go and see the wine region to the east of Tbilisi, because Georgia is famous for its wine, and I knew that there was a lot of wineries in that area, and that was a good thing to do. I didn't know how many days I wanted to spend there or even exactly where to go, but I've met a few people from this hostel, and they actually run a tour by the hostel to do a day trip from Tbilisi, like an entire day, to the wine region. It stops off at a bunch of places along the way, and then you end up having a dinner with a Georgian grandma who is also just continuously feeding you wine. And it just had some really good reviews from the people who I actually met here, and said that they were coming on it again. So I was like, do you know what? I think this is going to be the way that I explore the wine region in Georgia. There's an absolutely lovely view from this rooftop, by the way. Ta-da! Oh, and the church clock is chiming just for you. Filling up me water bottle to bring with me for the day, because we're going to be drinking a lot of wine, and I anticipate getting dehydrated very, very quickly. Honestly, I've worn the absolute smartest outfit that I had. And it's not super smart. I've actually just seen some of the boys downstairs. They're in shirts and ties. That's so nice. Feeling a little bit tired though. I'm still fighting jet lag a little bit. There's a 3-hour difference between Georgia and London. Georgia is obviously 3 hours ahead, so I woke up at 8 a.m. this morning, which is 5 a.m. in London. If I haven't already mentioned, I paid 165 Georgian lari for this entire tour today, which includes all of the transport, and I'm assuming all of the wine and all of the food that we're having as well. This is one of the biggest wine storage facilities, if not the biggest, in the east part of Georgia. They don't produce it here, but it's one of the biggest for storing the wine and for people coming to taste it. So what I've learned is that cha-cha is like the Georgian rakia, or just local spirit, and it seems to be everywhere, and you can mix it with lots of different things.
Never been this excited in my life.
Yeah, it's very chilly in here actually.
English speakers, come closer. I want to explain you.
We're getting explained to. Nice, it's a dry white to start with. If they're all going to be like this much, and we're having many of the day, this is going to go downhill very, very quickly. Cheers! Cheers!
This wine you should taste called Tbilisi.
The more you drink, the more that what you're listening to just kind of drowns out into the background, and it just becomes you and the wine. What are you getting notes of?
Pear, lemon zest.
With tiny hints of hibiscus.
What about you, Seb?
It's wine.
But yeah, it's basically a dessert wine. I really like it though. Very nice.
Keep silence, okay?
Silence. She's cracking me up. She's so serious and aggressive. She's like, drink your wine and shut up.
I think the glasses are getting bigger with each tasting too.
Cheers! Cheers! Semi-sweet red. Oh, this is sweet. It is nice. Yeah. This one is so good. But this was Starling's favourite. I think I prefer it to the other one. Yeah, actually no I don't. It just tastes like wine at this point. You were hoping for a more in-depth review. Sorry, you've come to the wrong place. You'll have to come here yourself to try it yourself. Little bit. I didn't even finish my other one.
I finished it.
Leah just absolutely downed the rest of my wine.
English speakers, please leave this place.
We are going very fast paced, and I am just concerned that I'm going to throw up, before the day is done, which I really would not like to do. I find it wild that they just had the dispensers just like out the side of those humongous barrels. It's just like, oh yeah, you see our wine? You want to taste it? Oh, come here. Let me just give you a sip. Phenomenal. Okay, we're on our way to the next destination. We're now at the bread and cheese stop. It's just on the side of the road. Bread, cheese, and tomato. Homemade sandwich. It looks like cheese from like ratatouille or something. Like proper with the holes in and everything.
Right now we are in the Bodbe Monastery complex. This is the Kakheti region. We're directly in the heart of Kakheti actually. So the Bodbe Monastery complex is connected with the Saint Nino.
Georgia is a Christian Orthodox country. It has been a Christian country since the 4th century, and Saint Nino is the woman that brought Christianity to Georgia. So this place is directly connected with her, as this is where she was buried. Her grave is in the old church, which had a no film/photo policy, but what you're looking at here is the beautiful new church in the complex with absolutely stunning views over the Kakheti region. Wow, you can see so far into the distance there. I wonder if that's the Caucasus Mountains. And lots of stunning flowers surrounding it too. Doesn't mean that I'm officially becoming old, but I'm just obsessing over all of the flowers that are here. The saddest thing about living in London is that I don't have a garden to decorate. I'm gonna have to make myself a little makeshift garden on my balcony because this is so beautiful. We gotta bring a slice of this home somehow. We're now in the city centre of Sighnaghi. I keep wanting to say like Saganaki, like the Greek food, but no, it's a town called Sighnaghi, which is kind of like the centre of the wine region in Georgia, and our guide is going to give us a nice little walking tour around the city. I don't even know if we could call it a city, maybe a town. Sighnaghi is often referred to as the City of Love and is famous for its stunning views over the Alazani Valley and the Caucasus Mountains. The town features well-preserved 18th century architecture with cobblestone streets and charming houses with wooden balconies that reflect its rich history. Thank you. Yes, we're at our next wine place. I'd actually say that the wine we had from earlier is kind of worn off now, so we are well and truly ready to get on it again. I don't think we were all expecting this much of a wait before getting drunk again, but I think it was probably for the best. I've been hydrating and I'm ready to taste some more wine. If you can see your flag up there, it means that they have this wine in your country, and I can see the Great British flag, which means that I can find the wine that we're having today in the UK. How good? Well, how good if I like it. This is the oldest and one of the biggest wineries in the whole Kakheti region, which is the wine region of Georgia. They have the wine from here in 22 countries all over the world they export to. Doing a wine tour in Georgia is really unlike any other wine tour I've done before because they use traditional Georgian clay pottery where they make the wine. It's known as kavevri winemaking. After harvesting the grapes in September-October time, they are crushed, often using the feet. The crushed grapes are placed into a large clay vessel called kavevri that are buried underground so that natural fermentation can occur, driven by wild yeast present on the grape skins, and this could take several weeks. After fermentation, the wine is left to age in the kavevri for several months to years, depending on the flavour profile that is desired. I've never seen a winery like this. It feels super old school, which makes sense because you said it's the oldest winery. How crazy is that? We're used to seeing it in barrels, I feel like. This is all underground barrels. It is then eventually carefully siphoned out, filtered, and then bottled. And you can't control the fermentation process in this clay pottery, which is why traditional Georgian wine is usually dry or semi-dry. This ancient method of winemaking has been practiced for 8,000 years in Georgia, and it's recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Welcome to wine tasting ASMR with Christianne.
Hi, I'm Coco.
Hi, I'm Nota, and I'm very into wine tasting.
Temperature. Tell white paper.
Delicious.
Amazing.
Delicioso.
You can make it. description of the taste. Wuchtig, fruchtig.
Fruchtig, fruchtig.
Such wine, summer wines. When wine has natural sugar, more 20.
Delicious. I might have to buy a bottle. But the thing is, as we know, I have a 28-litre backpack. It's not going to fit in, which means I'm going to have to drink it on the way home. Coco, what's the meaning of life?
The feeling when you know that you felt something.
The aromas are very strong on this one. Does a caterpillar really turn into a butterfly? Where did you get your tie?
A monkey in a suit is a monkey at all. But with the tie, you can never go wrong.
Kakheti.
Kakheti.
We both got the same wine. We went for the semi-sweet, which is like actually very sweet, just like a dessert wine, and it costs 14 lari. It's gonna be the way on my website. It's insane. This has got to go pretty quickly though, because it's really not going to fit in the backpack. Best news ever! We are finishing off this tour at Grandma's house, and this is Grandma's house. So cute. She has a beautiful garden. And we're going to have some food and a lot more drinks. How cute! My special guest today is Deb.
You can never enjoy.
Can I tell them about what happened yesterday when I had a full... yes, you absolutely can, whilst I pour this wine into this bowl.
I've been watching her for like...
Oh!
Would you drink
that
from a
water?
bowl when you're like having dinner?
I think this
You
is
mean
soup.
with the piala?
That is not water.
Yes.
Galma juice!
Things have been raised.
Ghee is to you, right? Pass me a bit of that.
So interesting.
So interesting, that is a way of describing it.
Very good. That's good.
Hey guys, my name is Steph.
That's for sure. Yes.
Yeah, well, look at that. So it turns out our grandma's quite hot actually. She's not a grandma at all. She's
Not at all.
She-
I would say she's a milk.
Yeah, she's
I'm
milk.
No, I didn't want to say.
What's in this?
We were literally fed and filled to the brim with Georgian wine until we were ready to burst. This was such an adorable way to finish off our whirlwind tour through the wine region of Kakheti.
We are on our way back now. Everyone is pretty zonked out after having all that wine. On our way back to Tbilisi. Okay, we are back in Tbilisi and I feel a little bit tired, but not too tired enough to not go out because it's actually my last night in Tbilisi for now. So we are going out to a spot called Fabrica, and I believe Fabrica is like a hostel which you can stay, but it's also just like an area of bars and restaurants and just like a fun little spot to hang out. So I'm with the boys. Actually, there's like a massive group of us. There's like 9 of us going, all in different bolts. So this bolt from our hostel in the old town to Fabrica cost about 7 lari. So it's really worth downloading Bolt when you're in Tbilisi because you can just get across the city really affordably and really easily. This Bolt took like 2 minutes to arrive. We're just smashing some wine on the way there, some of the wine that we got today. And it should be good. I'm excited to go see Fabrica actually. I've heard a lot about it. Is this like the place to stay in Tbilisi?
Supposedly.
But I just didn't get the memo, and so I ended up at Envoy.
It's very like this. See how you see everyone on their like phones and laptops?
Oh, so it's not so social. Got it. Yeah.
Big hostel, it's cheap. It's like there's no one talking to each
So that's really good to note. This is like the big party hostels to stay in the area, but if you want to like actually make friends, where we're staying is great because everyone just talks to each other.
Come here with friends. You don't come here to make friends. This is €7.50 a night.
€7.50 a night, and what are we paying? Like 12?
15.
Oh, really? We're paying a lot more.
13 if you book direct.
But we're in the old town, which I really like.
When you see this area out here, it is cool, but our area is, I love it.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. That's a report on the hostels in Tbilisi.
So out the back of Fabrica Hostel, you have this courtyard full of a bunch of vibey little bars and restaurants, which was actually so much fun to come to for a chilled and chatty night out. And that is where I'm going to end this vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed to not miss the rest of this solo backpacking Georgia adventure. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye.